This is the tragic story of a young lawyer whose life was destroyed by the failure of the criminal justice system. Wrongfully convicted of murdering her two babies, she faced unbearable torment. Though her convictions were overturned, the trauma remained, and she died at 42 from acute alcohol intoxication. Tragically, her story is not unique. For years, I fastidiously examined prosecution case files, driven by a firm belief in seeking justice for society. But over time, something became painfully clear. Justice as we know it doesn't always serve everyone. As a former prosecutor, I believed in the system. But case after case, I started to see cracks in the system until I witnessed its failures firsthand. Failures that haunt me to this day. I realized the system was flawed, shaped by bias, inequity, and neglect. I made the hardest decision of my life. I left the law behind. Not to walk away from justice, but to pursue it differently, to amplify the voices of those the system failed, to shed light on the human cost of its errors. Voices like that of Brian Buckle, who suffered through false accusations, prosecution, and years of wrongful imprisonment. He and his family now live with the scars of PTSD. In his fight to defend his dignity and regain his freedom, he spent hundreds of thousands of pounds, including inheritance money, yet he has received no compensation. It is these systemic failures that here at Spoken Injustice we seek to investigate, examining how history, politics, and prejudice have shaped the very laws we rely upon. We advocate for reforms to humanize our criminal justice system so that it serves people, not just rules. And we talk about humanizing the criminal justice system, but what do we mean by that? By humanizing the criminal justice system, we mean acknowledging and addressing the suffering of those who have been wrongfully convicted and recognizing our shared responsibility in rectifying these injustices. Let's remind ourselves that these individuals were prosecuted in the name of the public interest, mine and yours. Therefore, we must accept that we share accountability. This isn't a fight one person can win. Justice requires us all to listen, to learn, and to act towards building a system that heals rather than harms. My name is Anna Doherty. Once upon a time I was a prosecutor, but now I dedicate my services to Spoken Injustice. I'm an advocate for justice reform. Will you join me in this mission?